Miruku, this is what I use. Sana from Twice was asked to learn cursive writing to do a vision board. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday and let's go straight into our sleep research, but I wanted to show you guys my sneaky snacking. So for Alligator, who I've not named yet, he did 10k and Todd did 9.9k. Oh, and then the rest. Cleffa did pretty good. Maxwell is there just to expand the pod. Now it's been some time since I've seen big numbers like this midweek, so we are at Master 6 right now on Sand Beach. I think next week I'll go to Topalo because I miss going there and I want to try to catch a Paldean pooper. So about the nap time session, I was a little too eager, so I already went ahead and did my nap time sleep report yesterday. So we're only doing the long session, but I have something pretty exciting to share with you guys regarding the nap time session we took yesterday, so I can't wait to go through that after this. So let's see. Oh, we have 3 hours untracked time there, but let's see what shows up today. All right, so nothing on his tummy. We got a Squirtle, a Wooper, a Igglybuff, and a Gold Duck just chilling there with his tummy up. So there's nothing that I want to catch, which might give you guys a little hint of what I found yesterday. Also, my pimple popped this morning, so it's red, it's aggressive. We're going to watch it slowly heal together. I'm afraid it might turn into a scar because of how red it is, so I have to be super diligent on sunscreen and such. I think I'm gonna save my cookies, so I'm going to end the sleep session without feeding anyone, especially because no one's hungry. So in terms of portrait, let's do the Squirtle because I'm sure there are people who want to level up their Blastoise. Great milk farmer. I don't use any products in terms of post acne. I just use a lot of sunscreen, and that usually helps to mitigate any chance of it becoming a scar. I know some people like to use actual product on their post acne marks, but I find good old sunscreen has done the trick. And also sometimes the products are just so big in volume that you don't go through it before it expires. And although I do get pimples all year round, I wouldn't say it's enough for me to worry about marks. Like only some pimples become like this where I can worry about the marks, but other than that, all my other pimples usually fade away without an issue. So let's see what we can make for Snorlax. I'm doing really good on ingredients, so dessert week is slowly becoming one of my favorites again. We can make the tea time scone because Maxwell triggered his skill. Let's shove in some soft potatoes and bean sausages because I want to hoard onto the other goodies. And let's see, no crit yet. I haven't gotten a crit meal all week. Oh, but we did level up, so that's good. And it's been a while since I've had scones. I think the last time was sometime late 2024 with my boyfriend's family. We went to do this high tea thing, and they were the best scones I've ever had in my life. I feel like all the other scones I've had up until that moment ruined scones for me because it was too dry. But that scone, I know scones are a little bit on the more crumbly dry side, but the scone I had was like so perfectly buttery that it evens out how dry and crumbly scones can get. So we fed our team. Let's switch out our team into our ingredient finding one. Oh, Marino's pretty low, but should be okay. So this is a team right now, and these are the ingredients I'm farming. Vikavolt does pretty good with farming coffees. Not as quick as I would want, but a lot more than I was getting before, which is good. First of all, I finally caught a rufflet. It looks like this, and it's a main skill chance down. So I'm probably not going to use it. I mean, I do have skill trigger S&M, which mitigates that, but the gold skills here, I feel they're kind of wasted. So I'd rather have that slot for something else. But what I really want to show you is this. So I named him Miruku. I know that in Japanese, it's gyunyu, the word for milk. But if I were to say it like the English version, it's like Miruku. So I wanted to name him that. He is our triple milk farmer. Super happy, but look at the stats. So we got berry finding, we got ingredient finding S, helping speed S, ingredient finding M, and then inventory up L at the very end. It is a main skill chance up nature. It's sassy nature, so it is going to have a little bit of a hard time leveling up quickly because of the EXP down nature, but I kind of prefer EXP down out of all the other stuff because in my head I'm like, once it reaches to level 100, it won't matter no more, even though the game doesn't let you get past level 60 so far. So I'm very happy. It's been quite some time. I've taken a long step away from Sand Beach because I was hunting for a mono milk Squirtle for a while. So I'm really glad that my first week back, I was very fortunate enough to find the milk farmer for me. And previous Squirtles I've had constantly were double cacao, or they were ABA, so I couldn't even make use of leveling up to 30 like I do for some other Pokemon. Like for example, my my Pupitar's, I level to level 30 because it'll get me gingers, but I will never level it to 60 because it's sausages, and I'd rather have a triple ginger one. So I'm still on the hunt for that, which is why it's a good opportunity to go to Topalo next week. So I'm just so happy with Miruku. I don't know what else I'm gonna try to find in Cyan Beach now, so I think we're just chilling, we're just enjoying the vibes here. And my Skeledirge is so fitting on the beach. Another thing I noticed, because I know in the previous content updates it talked about it being more obvious to show us whether or not the typing of the Pokemon will change after it evolves, and actually you see this here. So this wasn't here before, so if I were to compare it with my Krogunk, you don't see that little area. But if we go back here to my shiny Quaxwell, you'll see type after evolution. This Pokemon's type will change to fighting, which I find very handy because it's not too obvious, especially if you don't play the mainline games. But let's collect our sleep points and then let's go on to picking up our daily gift. We got an ingredient ticket. Also, I used some diamonds yesterday during my nap session. Wait, was it diamonds? Yeah, I used a diamond to purchase an Ultra Biscuit in order to catch that Squirtle because I was like, I do not want this Squirtle to run away. I caught 2 Squirtles, one I already discarded for candy. And then Miruku, which you guys saw that I raised. Oh, there's a growth week going on. So this is actually really amazing thing because I used up all my dream shards to level up Miruku to level 30. So I have no more dream shards. This is really bad. I need to start farming for them again. But let's take a look at it together. It's pretty standard, but for new players who are joining, sleep well to grow well. It's time for Pokemon Growth Week. This week-long event is a special opportunity to get more sleep EXP and candies than usual. So I'm not going to be able to farm dream shards here, but I will get more EXP for the Pokemon that I want to level up, but I can't because I just don't have any more dream shards. So let's all try to get plenty of sleep to help raise our favorite helper Pokemon. So it's going to be happening next week on February the 24th, and it's going to be happening in all areas. So the bonuses that will be applicable will be helper Pokemon's EXP will be boosted by 1.5, and the candies gathered from the first sleep session of the day is 1.5. So if you do plan on taking naps, take a longer nap than usual. That is a tip I got from my community. And now let's go into the sleep research and catch up on our day. I'm feeling so much better, higher spirits, and let's show our coffee. Ta-da! Cinnamon has settled to the bottom, but let's give it a good mix. I love learning that some of you guys have made it a routine where in the morning when you watch with me, we have our first sip together, so cheers. Delicious. So I ended up taking myself to the gym yesterday in the later part of the day. I had a pretty good workout. I would say a very good workout. I was able to increase the weights on all of my exercises, which is always a good way to track your progress. And in case you're curious what app I use to track my workouts, this is what I use. So it's called the Strong app. Insight Timer is for tracking my meditations, and then the Flow app is for my monthly stuff. But let's take a look into the Flow app, and you'll see I have 2 templates here for lower body days because for upper body I supplement that by doing an activity, and the activity of my choice is pole fitness. Great way to engage your core, work all the muscles in your upper body and have fun doing it, because I enjoy doing lower body at the gym, but upper body is just so boring for me to do at the gym. So doing pole is like such a great and creative way to work my upper body. But what I really love about this app is, let me just start a workout for you, just to show you guys. You could switch the weight unit here, which is really great. Had to do that when I came here because I'm used to everything in pounds. But then I came here and everything's in kg. And what I like is that you'll see on the left hand side, these are the weights from your previous workout. So you can keep track on whether or not you want to increase it for the current workout you're doing, or you want to just keep the weights but increase the reps over here. And it's just such a fantastic way to track all of your workouts. Let's do cancel workout. We'll take a look at my history here, but you just get an overview of everything. You see how many PRs you've reached as well, how much total weight you've pushed or pulled that day, the duration of your exercises, what date it was, and it's just a really great way to keep track of everything. And there's a lot of exercises here as well that you can add, which is really great. So my favorite, you get 2 free templates to work with. Any more you have to pay for the app. I don't feel like I need it, which is why it's perfect for me. But for those of you who have a more well-structured split routine or workout routine, 2 might not be enough for you. But for those who don't need that, and 2 is fine, like this is perfect. And I've been using it for quite some time. Yeah, I went to work out yesterday. It was really great. Usually my boyfriend and I go together, but he's sick, so he stayed home. And I had a little bit of anxiety going alone because up until now, I've always been going with him. And prior to going to a mixed gym, I've only been to an all-women's gym. So the first time I even stepped foot in a gym was when my mom signed me up, and it was an all-women's gym. So I've just been to the same one since high school. So being in an environment where it's mixed does feel a little bit intimidating still for me now. But I think I did really well. I got over my fears, and once you're in there, no one really cares about you, but it's like this mental thing in your head that you have to get over yourself. So I did that, had a lot of fun working out, and afterwards I was just so hungry. So I went to go look for some food, but on my search to look for food, I walked past a mall. It's called Ion, and there was like a huge crowd. So I was like, whoa, what's all the hoopla? Sana from Twice was actually visiting the Prada store at the Ion Mall that day. So yeah, pretty crazy. If you guys are if any of you guys are Twice fans or Sana fans, yeah, that was the hoopla at Ion Mall yesterday. And then I came home. We just ordered food, so that was really fun. We were also running low on water. We don't know what to do about our water situation now. So what we've been doing is we just buy bottled water. We were looking into buying a filtration system, but then you have to get it installed by a plumber. And it's like, is it worth the investment for a rental? So we're not sure whether we're going to go down that route. Now, in my mom's home, we have this little machine. So you have this huge gallon water container, and then you just plop it onto the machine and it dispenses water. A water cooler, that's what it's called. We have a water cooler at my mom's place. So we're thinking about getting that because the other day when I was going to the elevators, I saw that there was this guy who was bringing empty water coolers. So I'm just assuming that maybe someone in the building has purchased that service where they have someone who would bring in new water tanks for them and take out the old ones. So that might be a better solution for us instead of constantly lugging home cases of water. But I was able to bring one home yesterday. I surprised myself. So I got a 6-pack, and each pack is 1.5 liters. And I was able to carry that all the way home, and I felt so proud. I did feel tired afterwards, but it was really great for my core and my arms. I also did a little fun activity, like a me soothing activity, something for the soul. So you guys may know I like to journal and keep track of my week and month in this little Hobonichi. It's really compact. I love the size of it, and it's great for those who just want to quickly write their week and jot down notes on the side. So I'll give an example. Oh, my stickers just fell out. I have a bunch of stickers because I like to make my journal a little bit more fun. But for example, you have your week and then this column here that I just kind of brain dump everything, and whoop, really fun. And then you got the back pages here that you can use. I use these back pages as extra journal entries, and I have a cover sleeve so I can put my pen. My favorite one that I've been loving recently is the Zebra Sarasa clip. So you could clip it onto your shirts and stuff as well. Really secure. It's like a gel point, and this is the 0.3 tip in black. And I just love how this rolls onto the pages and how the color payoff looks like as well. But I've been loving to take a moment every morning and every evening to journal and just document my day, keep track of things, especially because sometimes I just forget. There's just so much going on in people's lives that you tend to forget. So the monthly views are great because I would track down when I go to the gym. So at a glance, I could just see like how many times did I go to the gym this week, When was the last time I washed my linens, my bath towels, the kitchen towels? When was the last time I opened the container of milk? Is it expired yet? So it's just great to have everything in plain view here. So this is the Hobonichi Techo. For those who are curious, they have different colors and I love this so far. And there's this one page I put to just do a little bit of goal setting for the year, because you know what, we do that at work. We meet with our managers, we set KPIs and goals of how we want to grow as a worker in a company, and why not apply that to our personal lives, right? I don't think it's like a necessary thing, but I think it's good if you have goals and aspirations that you want to reach. And if you're a visual person like me, sometimes you just need to write things down or see it. Especially for me, when I write something down, it helps me remember more. So back when I was a student, my way of studying would be to just write things a lot. But speaking of writing, I learned recently that there are a lot of students nowadays where the school doesn't teach them cursive writing anymore. Is that true? It's been a long time since I've been in school, but when I was in elementary, I remember we had to learn cursive writing, and we would have like practice sheets and we learned how to write every of them. But you know what the wild thing is? I remember in high school when we would do our English essays, we would have to do 2 copies before writing the final copy. So the first copy is in the rough draft. You have to do that in pencil. And then you have to make a second draft. So the first draft. So you have your rough draft and then your first draft. And depending on the teacher, sometimes they're anal, they want you to write it in cursive. So you would have to write your entire thing in cursive. And then for your final copy, you have to write it in ink, either blue or black, depends on the teacher. And most of the time, they will tell you to write it in cursive as well. So yeah, I'm very glad I learned how to write in cursive, because I feel like, especially if you're writing handwritten notes, it's such a beautiful touch. But I was surprised to hear that some students didn't get the opportunity to learn cursive, and because of that, they can't read cursive as well. And it just amazes me, because I can totally understand not being able to read it if you just don't have the exposure of looking at what cursive letters look like. But it is crazy. Like, some schools don't teach their students how to type either, I hear. So yeah, what did you guys learn in your school? Is cursive like still a thing, or is it truly a lost art? And how many of you guys know how to cursive write? But yeah, all that to say, I like to plan things, I like to write things down, I like to keep memos of stuff. So yesterday I thought it would be a fun activity, although a little late because we are near the end of February, but I decided to do a vision board for 2025, and I used Canva, so canva.com. Great resource to just collage and everything. I love to do that. Not much of a Pinterest girl, never really got into it, but Canva I really enjoy. Although I know they're different things, like they're entirely different, okay? But I could spend hours on Canva just like daydreaming and putting things together, because I'm a very visual person, okay? I really need to look at things. But I was doing my vision board yesterday and I just had so much fun doing it. I was a little stuck in the beginning because I didn't know like what to put. But once you get the ball rolling, you know, the ball starts rolling and you get to personalize it, and it's just very fun, very therapeutic. I highly encourage you guys to do the same if you are looking for a fun activity to do during the weekend, just to like daydream about your life. And you know what, there's this quote that goes, don't spend all your life wishing away, and I totally agree with it. It basically means like, don't use up all your life just wishing for things, you know? So I hope that if you do make a vision board, you don't feel like, oh, now that I've done it, like things are just going to magically plop on my lap. It doesn't work that way. You have to put in the work, unfortunately, okay? So it's good to have a good eye on the target though, you know, just so you stay focused. Just like how when ballerinas do the spinny stuff, they need to focus on one area so that they don't lose balance. And I feel like sometimes in life, you need to remind yourself what your goal is to stay focused and on track. So I'm not going to share with you guys what my vision board is, because I feel like that is very intimate and personal to the person. But you bet that is very cute and aesthetic, but also just a mix of things that I want to fulfill for 2025. But that was my day yesterday, and I felt so great after doing that. So if you're feeling a little down in the slumps, maybe do that, and it'll be a nice little pick-me-up for you. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Join us in the Discord if you haven't yet to add more friends. Usually around summertime, there's like a lot of events, like fun events that happen. And with those fun events, usually if you have friends with higher friendship levels, you get rewards. So this is a great time to farm levels for your friends list. So do that, or clear your list and add more active players that are from our Discord. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, take care, good luck, and have fun. Bye.